Throughout history, humans have held a deep fascination for wild animals. As far back as 750 BC, ferrets were tamed, and even the ancient Egyptians had leopards as companions. Today, red foxes are often kept as pets. Yet, the notion of a cheetah as a potential pet once crossed the mind of a certain individual. This naturalist was captivated by the idea, but as he lay dozing in the field close to the cheetah's territory, an unexpected turn of events unfolded. Suddenly, the caregiver found himself being silently stalked, and his very survival hung in the balance. Dolph, a qualified zoologist, often perceived as eccentric, defied expectations by forging an extraordinary connection with exotic animals. A few years back, Dolph embarked on a transformative journey to South Africa, where he explored a cheetah sanctuary dedicated to the preservation of these endangered creatures. Cheetahs face the threat of extinction primarily due to the widespread loss of their natural habitats, leaving a meager population of just 9,000 remaining in sub-Saharan Africa. In response to this dire situation, individuals worldwide have united to safeguard these magnificent felines, with Dolph enthusiastically joining their ranks through his involvement with the cheetah experience in Bloemfontein, South Africa. However, the sanctuary held an unforeseen surprise for Dolph. Initially, he exercised caution, maintaining a respectful distance from the cheetah while interacting with it through the protective barrier of the sanctuary's fence. Yet, as time passed, Dolph's comfort grew, leading him to yearn for a more intimate connection with the majestic cat. He extended his hand through the fence, tenderly touching the cheetah and even permitting the creature to affectionately lick his face. It was at this juncture that a harrowing incident unfolded, profoundly impacting the bond between man and beast. Dolph had allowed the cheetah to groom him, which is a vital process in order to form a deeper bond. Unfortunately, the cheetah's tongue is hairy, and these hairs are very sharp because they allow the creature to eat its prey easier. The tongue's barb-like hairs also help detangle hair when these cheetahs groom each other. But when the cheetah licked Dolph's face, he started bleeding, and when it tasted his blood, everything changed. Dolph was fortunate because the fence separated him from the cheetah, but the experience was painfully difficult. This forced him to return to the United States. But a year later, Dolph paid a visit to the cheetah sanctuary again. Unfortunately, this is when things got more complicated. You see, it had been too long since the cheetah had seen him, and he had no way of knowing how it would behave. But when it did react, its behavior stunned him. Dolph pushed his luck by returning to the sanctuary because he wanted to be reunited with the cheetah he befriended. People warned him against meeting the creature face to face, but he didn't listen. He entered the domain of the animal. Then he turned his back to it, which was a serious mistake. As soon as the cheetah noticed what he'd done, the hunter began to stalk its prey. At this point, Dolph realized his life was in serious danger. Dolph turned right on time, and when he did, the cheetah recognized him right away. So instead of meeting a horrible end, the cheetah said hello to its human friend by licking him. It seemed like the animal only wanted to greet him, which was fortunate for Dolph. But he knew things could have taken a bad turn since cheetahs are wild animals. Unfortunately, things got creepier when Dolph dozed off inside the cheetah's habitat. Since barely escaping with his life the first time, Dolph had gotten a little more confident. But people still had to remind him not to underestimate the cheetah. After all, this wasn't a tiny cat. It was a large predatory creature. But Dolph didn't care. He felt comfortable with the bond he formed with it. This stressed the cheetah sanctuary workers a great deal. Dolph was coming and going into the cage. Then one day, he fell asleep. On a scorching South African summer afternoon, with temperatures soaring into the mid-90s, Dolph paid a visit to the cheetah. The sweltering heat made it challenging to keep his eyes open, so he sought refuge under a tree and unwittingly drifted into slumber, unbeknownst to him. This moment marked a pivotal, life-altering turn in his life as the cheetah began to stealthily stalk him. When Dolph awoke, astonishment swept over him. The cheetah was nestled by his side, emitting a contented purr, an unmistakable sign of happiness. This revelation reassured Dolph, revealing the depth of the cheetah's affection. Despite its primal instincts, the cheetah had chosen companionship over aggression, mirroring the behavior of a domestic cat. This profound connection deeply touched Dolph, setting the stage for something remarkable. Gabriel, the male cheetah, and Dolph had forged an unbreakable bond, nurtured since Gabriel was a cub. Given their heartwarming encounter, it made perfect sense for Dolph to secure Gabriel's ownership, granting him the freedom to visit the cheetah at will. However, Dolph's aspirations extended far beyond mere adoption. He harbored grand plans for Gabriel's future. Dolph's future is set on South Africa, where he plans to permanently care for Gabriel, the cheetah who has profoundly impacted his life. Beyond this, he harbors another ambitious dream: to establish his own conservation breeding program for cheetahs. His vision is to enhance the breeding, rewilding, and release processes for captive bred cheetahs, believing he can make a significant contribution to saving this endangered species. With Gabriel as his steadfast companion, Dolph is determined to spearhead this mission. Dolph's remarkable journey began as a volunteer, a path he never imagined would lead to such a profound connection with a single animal. He has shared his captivating encounters through social media, inspiring others to develop a newfound appreciation for cheetahs, dispelling their fearsome predator image. Thanks to Dolph Volker's tireless efforts, people are now more aware of the challenges cheetahs face. Dolph's breeding program stands as an enduring legacy, and he continues to update his growing social media following on his and Gabriel's adventures. With an expanding community of supporters, his conservation project gains momentum, offering endangered animals a fighting chance. As long as Dolph and his legacy endure, the cheetah population has hope of thriving in our world.
Thanks for watching another heartwarming video. Please check out our channel for more stories that will make your heart melt.